So today, I want to talk to you a little bit about what it feels like to be rich. Now, before you like, oh, Daniel, don't tell me they got you too. Hear me out. My dad explained to me a long time ago what it means to be rich. Rich person is a person with a keen sense of responsibility and a high regard for human life. And I wanted to share two examples of that over the past week during my recent travels. Because the feeling of being rich, I'm telling you, there is no greater feeling on this planet than to be rich. So Renata and myself, we're back and forth. We're in airports. We're tired. We want to stretch. Finally, we get off one of our flights. We get into the London airport. Place is packed. No seating. Luckily, we found some seating. So I'm at this table. Another lady sitting across. And then there's three other chairs. I sit in one of them. And then there's two empty chairs. Renata went somewhere else. Sitting there stretching out like finally some relief. And then a family walked past me. Husband, wife, stroller with a baby, and then a younger child. Saw them looking for seating. They managed to squeeze onto this little bench and try to situate their family. I'm just watching. And I look at my legs, and I look at them, and I look at my legs. I'm like, I can't just sit here in all this comfort and see this family trying to make it work when there's something I can do about it. So I get up, I go over to the family, and I'm like, hey, you could take all those chairs over here. Take my chair and the other chairs. They could situate their family better. Plus, they were trying to eat with holding the food in their hands. Long story short, lady looks at me and says, thank you so much, my brother. They go, they sit down, and then I'm watching the kids play. And it just brought so much happiness to me, knowing that I played a small part in making their travels easier or their life easier. I felt rich. Example number 2, standing in security line, notice that there is this lady. They are giving her a hard time. It's a Spanish woman, a little bit older. She doesn't really speak English. The security are just frustrated with her. Watching this go on for about a minute, she's trying to explain to them that she needs this thing, and they're just like, listen, ma'am, we can't, and they're just getting really harsh. So I want to shout out Duolingo here. Because I have a 280-day streak right now studying Spanish, I was able to pick up on the dialect and say, wait a minute, I think she's speaking Spanish. And then, shout out to my wife who is Spanish. I was able to say, Ren, I think this lady's Spanish and I think she needs some help. Sure enough, she was. My wife went over and started to mediate and translate between the airport security and the lady. The lady was able to clear through security, which before they said she couldn't, just because of a lack of understanding. Her life, her travels made much easier because people cared. How many people per day go through these little small things that you and I could just jump in, contribute, help in even in a small way? This is happening all over the world every single day. And if you could be the type of person to capture it and help, my friend, you are rich. So in that regard, and by that definition, you're looking at a very, very rich man. And I'm very proud to say that. I continue to want to practice that definition of what it means to be rich. And I hope you do too. Have a beautiful day, and we'll talk soon.